Hey everybody, I haven't done a video in a long time, and I've had some requests to do an update on my entire reptile collection, which mainly consists of rat snakes and other colubrids. So I thought I'd finally get around to doing that and have everything ready to show you. A few of them are in sheds, so they won't be as pretty, but for the most part they'll look pretty good. Here's my snake room, starting over here, the snake rack that my dad and I built. Completely homemade, custom plywood and melamine. I've got videos of how to build one like it up on YouTube, so check those out. It's a two-part video. Down here, some more tubs, just 6-quart Sterilite tubs with some of the cooler species that need to be kept cooler up here. We have another little cage that's not finished yet, but we need to get glass and tracks in. If you look over here, there's some more glass aquariums just with other stuff in them, and then over around the other side is just more glass aquariums as well. And then finally, here's the big stacked custom enclosures that my dad and I built as well, and up top is a boaphile cage, boaphile condo. So that's basically all the cages. There's a few more aquariums throughout the house with species that are in quarantine and everything. So to start off the snakes, I will start with Eden, my red-tailed green rat snake. Eden was my first Asian rat snake to get to keep in captivity, and for a red tail, she's really calm. She's a 2009 baby. She's just long and slender. She's over 4 foot, a good deal, 4.5 foot more like, but I outstretch her. So this is Eden. She's looking kind of dull, so I think she might be about to get opaque to shed. Alright, now below is my large Vietnamese blue beauty snake. It's a large male. Get him out. I haven't done a video of him before, so most of you guys haven't even seen him. He's actually about 7.5 to 8 foot long. It's kind of tricky to get out sometimes. Alright, here we go. Alright, so he's a big boy. He's actually a 2009 baby. He's grown really quickly, and I just recently got him from someone. But he's really pretty, good looking, really good size, especially for his age. If you can see as I hold him outstretched on the ground, and up the tip of his tail is past the length of my head now. So he's a good size blue beauty, and he's still growing a lot. He'll continue to grow, probably past 9 foot, I'm sure. His name is Gyarados. Alright, so put him back. It's a blue beauty. I have 2 other blue beauties. This is my largest one. He's also my newest one. He's getting a little upset now. You'll see his typical defensive behavior of a blue beauty, rearing up and gaping his mouth and all that. So, alright, that's the blue beauty, the big one, Gyarados. Now we'll move over here to my snake rack. Alright, so first one to see, speaking about blue beauties. Oh, and he just shed. This is Poseidon. He's a baby Vietnamese blue beauty snake, and he literally just shed and had just a tip on his tail left. Yep, I got it. So, he's looking good, but another blue beauty. Nice to see what they look like as a baby. He is a 2011 baby. And next, over here, change. This one's not an Asian species. This one is from North America in the desert area, southwest Texas. Most of you guys will at least be familiar with this, the Trans-Pecos rat snake, Bogratophus subocularis. They got the really big bug eyes. They're really cool and cute looking. So, there's that. And now, over here, this is my female McQuard's beauty snake. She's an albino. These guys aren't too common. So it's another subspecies of the Orthriophis tenaurus grouping, same as the blue beauty you just saw. It's the same species, just a different subspecies. This one is Orthriophis tenaurus McQuardi, and the blue beauty that you saw two of earlier, it's the Orthriophis tenaurus calicyanus. At least that's how I've pronounced it. And here's my male McQuard's. He is het for albino, so this is what the normals look like. He's a really cool looking snake. I think they're just really pretty. So, another McQuard's. I'll just show you this one real quick. Hopefully I'll sell this one soon. This one is another beauty snake that I've had. This one is actually what looks to be an intergrade between two different subspecies of the beauty snakes. Most likely a Yunnan beauty snake and maybe a Taiwan or even the Chinese. So that's another beauty snake for you, but that one's like a mutt. And another beauty snake. She is in shed right now, so she's not near as pretty as she normally would be. This one is a Taiwan beauty snake, or Taiwanese beauty snake, the Orthriophis tenaurus freesi. This is one of my favorites, them with the blue beauties of the beauty snake species I have, subspecies. But as I said, she's in shed and really dulled out and not very pretty. Normally she's got really nice golds. Sad to say, both of my Taiwan beauty snakes are in shed right now. So both of them are kind of looking ugly. And I'll move this one down here. This is a Mexican night snake. This is an azanthic, or an anerythristic. The Pseudaelaphe flavirufa. Really cool. Neat little species from the New World. So they're really cool. So this one is the azanthic black and white version. I've also got one that is het for azanthic. And then up here is the other one. This one is a normal. Like I said, it's heterozygous for azanthic. And for some reason, both of them like to just sit on top of their little tubs. They've got a neat zigzagging pattern, as you can see, starting right here, going to the end of the, right there, continuous zigzag, which is kind of unique from other snakes. Alright, now I'll take both of these tubs down. These two are my two different Colubrid species that I've got. They're both little babies. I'll start with this one. This is a trinket rat snake, or trinket snake. Really cool little snake. These are just little, this one's a little baby, but then they don't really get very big, and often they'll be really flighty and inflate their necks up with air, and really cool looking. Also, the blue beauties and the red-tailed green rat snakes are also known really well for puffing up their necks like that. And then here's my newest snake that I've acquired, and it's definitely my rarest as well. This is the Indonesian rat snake, or the Timor rat snake. This one is a melanistic, so it's a darker phased of it than they are normally. Normally they're a light kind of copper colored brown with some yellow on the chin. This one's just a really dark brown with the black lines is the only pattern they have. running parallel from the back of the neck down, and then they fade to nothing after the first third or so. So yeah, as I said, the Timor or Indonesian rat snake, really rare. The guy I got them from, it was from the first breeding of these ever in the United States, as far as we're aware of. And he's probably the only guy, or only one of 2 or 3, or at the most probably 4 others in the United States keeping this species. They're really neat. Scientific name for those is Colugnathus subradiatus. Alright, and on down in the snake rack. Over here, this is Pete. He's a yellow rat snake, but looks like he's maybe got some Everglades rat snake in him as well. When I bought him, I thought he was an Everglades. That's what I was told. Then as he came into his colors, he didn't lose the lines on his back, but he got the real nice orange, so he's probably some kind of intergrade between them. And he's a real cool snake, feeds well, and just neat, really pretty. North American species. So, and now I'll show you Sandy. She's my other Trans-Pecos rat snake. The suboc, just like the male you saw earlier, except she's a little larger, a little bit older. So, another Trans-Pecos rat snake. They're one of my favorites for a North American species. And then all that I've got left in the actual snake rack are my 2 little eastern coach whips. Here's one right here. Get him out. They always look really cool. These are my favorite of the North American species of, like, at least that of what I should say is my favorite species of native snake to Oklahoma. So when I go field herping, this is one of my favorites to capture. And the other one in here is in shed and looking quite opaque right now in the eyes, at least. See that? So very cloudy eyes. Yeah, so those are eastern coach whips. Alright, now I'll show you the little snakes that are in these little 6-quart tubs. These are the ones that need to be kept at cooler temperatures. Like this is a bamboo rat snake. This is a coxie. These are from Thailand. The common name is red Thai bamboo rat snake or red Thai bamboo racer. So they're really cool. Got a pair of these. I'll show you the other one real quick while I'm just holding this one. The other one looks exactly the same practically. This one's probably about to shed, it looks like, so this one's coming back. So yeah, these are bamboo rat snakes. They're from the species Oreocryptophis porphyraceus, and subspecies part is coxie. These are my other bamboo rat snakes. These are the broad-banded bamboo rat snakes, Latus cinctus. They're really pretty. Last I did a video on them, both of them had more oranges on them, and now they're going to the full red coloration, especially the male. And a lot of their water has spilled, so I need to change that. But yeah, these are Oreocryptophis porphyraceus Latus cinctus. And then, last but not least of these little snakes that are down here is the Rhino rat snakes. This is my male. He's enjoying a nice soak. They're really neat. And he's just now starting to get in some of his green coloration to him. When they reach adult size, their color will turn to a really bright green, not this dull olive green look to it. So this is the male. And down here is the female. She's in here. And she doesn't really have any green color to her yet. It's very pretty though. So when they're born, they're kind of a gray color, or maybe a little brown to them. And they've got that little nose on them, and it's actually really fleshy and bendy. So, really neat. Rhino Ratsnakes. The species name, Rhynchophus bullingeri. So, that's the Rhino Ratsnakes. And now we'll check out what's in these glass aquariums. This one has my other Taiwan beauty snake. This is the male. I've had him for a while. He was, I believe, the second Asian rat snake for me to acquire. And as I mentioned earlier with the female, they are both in shed today, so they're both ugly looking compared to their normal colors. All of this is normally gold, bright gold, and really nice looking as well, especially down here on the stripe down here. But these things are really cool. He's grown a lot since I first got him. He's an 09 as well as the Big Blue Beauty, but he's near as big. So he's a good 4.5 foot long right now. So his name is Midas because he's got a lot of nice gold coloration to him, and he is sometimes a handful to work with. And I am in the process, we're about to start building all new big cages for some of the species that I have that will get really large. So all these snakes that you see will be in bigger cages fairly shortly, especially the Blue Beauty snakes when they're all adults, and then the Taiwan Beauty snakes will be paired up as well when they're adults in large cages that are 6 foot long, 2 feet deep, 3 foot high. And here's another one of my red-tailed green rat snakes. This one is a silver-phased one from Java, Indonesia. I didn't mention it earlier, but the species name for them, the scientific name, is Gonyosoma oxycephalum. These are one of my favorites, and as I mentioned with the first green one that I showed, it was the first Asian rat snake for me to ever keep, and I just really like them. And when I got her, she was a new import wild-caught snake, and believe it or not, she has calmed down a lot, but she gets freaked out when you first pick her up sometimes. And she's pretty upset right now. She's got some nice color to her. As I mentioned, she's one of the silver-phased or gray-phased ones. She's about 4.5 foot long. Her name is Silver Bullet also, by the way. But yeah, she's the exact same species as the first green one that I showed you earlier. Just a different color phase that occurs naturally in the wild on that island, Java in Indonesia. Now on the other side, I've got a few more that are in glass aquariums. As you see, got these 3 more right here. I'll start with this one. This is my last of the red-tailed green rat snakes, the Gonyosoma oxycephalum, just like Eden. Not the most friendly of mine, though, at all. His name's Kermit, and he is the most nippy out of the bunch, but he's the youngest as well. So when I got Eden, she was a lot smaller than this, and he's grown a lot since I've had him. They're just really pretty. Definitely one of my very favorites. He'll probably puff up his neck, be a good example of how they do that, how they like to do that. He's got a bright blue tongue. He's starting to inflate the neck a little bit. So this was another one. He was also wild caught. Also from Java, Indonesia. All of them from there are not grays and browns and stuff like that. There are green ones there as well. So that's Kermit. And then next, this is Lucifer, my Chinese king rat snake, Elafe carinata. And last I showed him, I think he had a lot more of the browns on him, and he's still not huge, but he's gotten a lot more of the yellow and black, replacing the browns on him. But I named him Lucifer because when I first got him, he was really aggressive a lot of the time towards my face. He just would lash out at my face out of nowhere, but for the most part, he was pretty docile, I guess. And now he's just completely docile. He never tries to bite anymore. It's really fun to see these be really calm when on other videos you see them and they're like little demons and monsters and always trying to bite people. So it's my king rat snake, and he'll get a lot bigger as well. I haven't mentioned adult sizes for all of them, but the king rat, he should get, you know, 6 to, I've heard of them being 8 foot long or so and thicker around than a soda can. The red-tailed green rat snakes, they commonly get about 6 foot long, but they do get larger than that, but that's probably the average. And then blue beauties, like I've shown earlier, they can get over 10 foot long. And Taiwan beauties as well, are not that big, but like 6, 7 foot long is the average large size. Here's my third of the blue beauties. This is Sapphire. She was my first blue beauty to get. She was a 2010 baby, and she's grown a whole lot since I first got her. She's really nice. She never bites, and never even gapes with her mouth. The most she does is inflates her neck quite often and likes to show that off, but she's really nice and grown a lot. Definitely one of my favorites in the collection, probably. And last but not least is the tiger rat snake. He's the last one that's in my room, at least. He's up here in the boaphile condo cage temporarily until I get his new cage finished that we're building. He's just a baby. So he's pulling everything out of his cage. Okay. Alright, so yeah, this is Raja, the tiger rat snake. He's a male, and he's a 2011 baby. And I am hoping to be able to get a female soon, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to or not. But yeah, tiger rat snakes, Belotes pilatus. He's a really cool type of snake. He's one of my favorites for sure. Really neat, really docile actually. He's one of the easiest to handle, and I can put him on my neck and just walk around with him, and he does well. But he's grown a lot since I've first got him. He's gotten pretty long, and he eats food like a champ. He really likes to eat. So this is the tiger rat snake, and now I'll show you the other colubrids that I've got in quarantine, and also some of them that are my sisters. Alright, and in here is my bull snake. He's a big bad bull snake. He's a lot of fun. He likes to lash out and try to bite, and he doesn't like me very much. Here's a hook in that. Well, they got me there. Suppose I'll use the hook now. Usually they're just bluff from my experience with them, but he is just more aggressive than most. See that? He got me good there on my wrist. Not too bad, but got me. He's a lot of fun. I currently have 3 of these Bullsnakes, and hopefully he'll calm down pretty well. Now he's getting back there. Not where I want him. Get it. There we go. Alright. You can stop. So he'll calm down now, hopefully. He's a pretty big boy. In fact, I don't know what sex it is for sure. It might be a girl. And she started coming. I haven't sexed it yet. Just a bull snake that's from around here in Oklahoma. Like I said, I have 3 of them right now. They're really cool. Really neat snake. In the Pituophis genus. Really cool. So, here's one of the bull snakes. One of the big and bad ones. Alright, and here's my other bull snakes. This is another one of the larger ones. And he'll get really nice and hissy sometimes too. They're a lot of fun, imitating rattlesnakes and all that. So, there's this one, and then if you look down here, this one's a nicer one. It hasn't, at least yet, tried to bite and hiss and all that. It's a lot nicer. So, and it's a lot smaller as well. But yeah, these are the bull snakes. Now I'll show you some of the other snakes that my sister has. Alright, here's one of the snakes. That's my sister's. It's another Trans-Pecos rat snake, just like the others, pretty much. It's just a little bit smaller than my larger one. And then over here, we have a corn snake. This one is an Okiti corn snake. I bought this for her. It's hungry. Normally really docile and all, but it's just really hungry right now. These are really pretty. My favorite morph of the corn snakes. It's an Okiti corn snake. These are a lot more common. And here's her other corn snake. This one is a Miami phased corn snake. Also really hungry. Thinks I'm going to feed it right now. This is the Miami phased corn snake. Also, those Flavirufas that I showed you, the Mexican night snakes, both of those are my sister's, and I think I forgot to mention that. But everything else is mine. Alright guys, well thank you for watching my videos, and just keep watching for more updates and more videos to come, and sorry it took so long for me to finally get a new video up there. Hope you enjoyed seeing all the rat snakes and other colubrids that I keep and that I work with on a day-to-day basis, and I should be adding more to the list eventually, and probably a lot more to come. So thanks for watching, and if you have any comments, leave them below, or if you have any suggestions for future videos, let me know. Thanks for watching.